It was just last year that the Breckenridge Animal Shelter faced criticism after the release of a cat in an uninhabited area by Lake Daniels that happened by city employees. Now, the event sparked a lot of conversations within the community calling for change, and since then the animal shelter has been run by the Breckenridge Police Department, and they've been focused on improving those operations. KTAB's Ashley Barr giving us a closer look at the changes that have occurred.
Walking into the Breckenridge Animal Shelter, residents will be greeted with dogs, clean space, and updated kennels.
We've spent a lot of money on getting our shelter up and fixed.
But it wasn't always like this.
Breckenridge has always had a history of having issues with animal control. There's just a lot of change, a lot of turnover.
In the spring of 2024, the animal shelter faced public scrutiny. After 5 days in city care, a cat was released about 10 miles outside of town on city-owned land at Lake Daniels. Many members of the public spoke out against that decision and calling it inhumane.
This is about really foregoing blame and let's say, how can we solve the problem? But to your point, yes, these incidents really led to a community-wide conversation.
The shelter facing overcrowding and limited staff, but it all began to change with partnerships with animal organizations.
Been putting a lot more dogs out over at the shelters. We've been working with Operation Kindness out in Carrollton.
These partnerships helping alleviate overcrowding and increasing adoptions.
Our population was so high that we were having to control population, and so unfortunately in some cases we were having to put down animals for various reasons, and so we haven't had to put down dogs for housing in months. It's been great.
Other changes included reinforcing aggressive and dangerous dog policies, new intake protocols, and more funds.
2024 we were at $128,000 was what our total budget was. That year we're looking at $110,000 was what we were looking at for wages and compensation for employees. So you're looking at running the shelter for about $18,000. This year we've expanded to the number I believe is $155,000.
Although Johnson says there is still a long way to go, he is proud of the changes so far. In Breckenridge, with coverage you can count on, Ashley Ibarra, KTAB News.
Thank you, Ashley. Johnson says another reason for the success is the community, many donating food and supplies, which he says has helped them save money to spend on other improvements. A volunteer shelter program is now in the works after the department received numerous inquiries.